So just to introduce myself, my name is Paul DeMuro, and I'm part of the marketing department here at Borgo, and I'm here to talk about the website, how to navigate through it, and its new features which haven't been on the previous version of the website. So we're just going to go over the product pages, the different areas of the site that you can download specific marketing material, and ordering brochures. We'll also go through the fabrics and finishes pages and how to navigate through them, how to narrow your search results to find exactly what you're looking for. So as you can see, our Borgo website has changed from the previous version. We are celebrating our 30th anniversary, and we wanted to commemorate a new look, as well as different other reasons as to why we changed it, back-end reasons, such as it'll be faster, it is more secure. On the front end, there are more details on the product pages, which might answer any questions instead of calling. You might easily just find those answers on the pages themselves. As well as it is more responsive. So on a tablet or on your mobile device, the website will be easier to read and easier to navigate. So starting from the top to the bottom. On the top, we have this header image, and that will always link you back to the home page. No matter what page you are, if you want to go back to this home page, that's the default area to go to. And as well as from the previous site, we have a newsletter opt-in area where you can enter in your email address, and you can hit the join button and you will become part of our newsletter. There's a client login button, which we'll get into afterwards, and the social media icons. As you can see, we still have this sliding homepage slider gallery. This will advertise, such as if we're at NeoCon or any other trade shows that we become a part of. It will showcase any sort of advertisements, such as awards that we have won and our 30th website. We also will have more to come. Right now we have 3 slides, which can be navigated through these buttons here. If you click on them, they will change, as well as these nodes down here. Seeing as though we only have 3 slides, only 3 nodes appear. As we build on our slides, more nodes will show up, and we can click on these to take us to the slides as well. Scrolling down the page, you'll notice through our marketing campaigns that we have now kind of given some sort of color recognition to our categories. So the fixed seating is orange, corporate is blue, hospitality yellow, and healthcare is green. You'll notice this theme carry out through the website as well as through any other future marketing material you might encounter or get. As well as with these fast linking categories, we have quick links to specific products in the categories. So instead of navigating through the page to see the X10, you can just click on this little thumbnail here and it will take you to that page. If you wanted to see the fixed seating category itself, you would put your mouse over the category and this overlay will come up, as well as a button which you would click, and it'll take you to the fixed seating page, which it will show you all of our fixed seating subcategories. So scrolling further down, we also have more product features. This will change from time to time. We will change products as we see fit. With this, you will again scroll over the image, and you will have 2 little links here, a view page button, which will take you to the flex page, and a brochure page, which will open up a new link. If I were to click the brochure, it opens up a new window. Forgive the lag, there might be lag. And it will take you to the brochure itself where you can download or print this. It opens up in a new tab. So if you do close this, if you're done looking at the brochure, it will take you back to the screen that you were previously viewing without interrupting anything. So these 3 featured products, which are the Flex, the Privy, and the Taza, as I said, they will change periodically as we might introduce new items or an award-winning item or anything of that nature. Moving along, we have the products, a portfolio of products link, and we'll get into this afterwards as well, but this is a new page that we introduce. It is showing all of our install shots based by environment, not necessarily by product. So we'll get into this afterwards, but you'll notice that it's separated into cafeterias, libraries, office environments, etc. We have an install locator. We'll get into this as well. And we have another little quick links area with an awards page, our brochures page, checklist, fabric, finishes. These might change depending on popularity of pages. Scrolling down, we have other ways to navigate through the website from this sitemap down here. This will be prominent on every single page as well. It also, as the top, has our newsletter sign-up form, our social media buttons, and various other parts of the website that you can navigate through without having to scroll back to the top. Looking on this side of the screen to the right, you'll notice that we have this icon which will indicate that there is more to look at the top of the page. If I were to click it, it will take me directly to the top, as well as now it turns to more to look at on the bottom of the page. If I were to click that, it would take me directly to the bottom of the page. And this pretty much covers the home page. If I were to look at the fixed seating or any of the categories, it will be also shown in the products part of the menu. So beside the home page, we have the products menu, and we have again color-coded the categories to give it its recognition. We can view the fixed seating category as a whole, or we can further narrow our navigation through the lecture hall portion of fixed seating, the auditorium or the theater, as well as the different parts of the corporate, different parts of hospitality, as well as different parts of healthcare. Assuming that I didn't know exactly what I was looking for and I was just wanting an overview of the fixed seating in general, I would click on the fixed seating submenu. I'm just going to wait a few seconds for lag to catch up. And it takes us to this fixed seating menu page. So as you'll notice, we have separated the categories and the description. So up here we have the header, which is a title. You're in the fixed seating area of the website. You also have these clickable links here, which take you to the separate categories. And you'll notice we have lecture hall, auditorium, and theater. These are the subcategories of fixed seating, which are stated here, lecture hall, auditorium, and theater. By default, it goes to the first one, to the lecture hall section. We have a brief write-up of the lecture hall seating. We have a featured image, which might change in time. And if we wanted to view all of our lecture hall seating, we would click on this View All button. If we click on Auditorium, likewise with the previous screen, it has auditorium seating, a brief write-up, a featured image, and an option to view all of our auditorium seating, and theater is likewise. Now, to view all the auditorium seating, as I said, I can click this button here, or I can skip this step, and I can go straight to auditorium under the fixed seating menu. Again, I'll just give some time for the lag to catch up. And this takes us to our auditorium seating page. These are the seats that are offered in the auditorium seating section. As you can see from the previous version of the Borgo.com site, I have increased the thumbnail size for easier visuals, and each of these products are clickable via the image itself, the thumbnail itself, or the word underneath, the name of the product underneath. Assuming I am to look at the Premiere page, we would click the Premiere thumbnail or the title, and I'll explain the differences from the old version of the website to the new version. So right away, what I wanted to achieve was to give more prominence to the product itself and just let the page breathe a little better. So we'll start from the top to the bottom again. So what used to be a menu on the left side of the page, we have now hidden into a button. If you click that button, you can see all of the products again, color-coded. It will show you a drop-down menu of the subcategories of each main category. To get out of this, you would just easily click outside of that off-canvas menu, and it will take you back to the regular screen that you were viewing before. You'll also notice this breadcrumb trail here. So right now we're currently on the Premier page, which is grayed out, which is in Fixed Seating, which is from the home page. It's just, as it says, a breadcrumb trail to let you know where and how you got here. So the thumbnails that were once on the right side of the product, I have now placed on the left. They work the same. You click a thumbnail and the main image changes to the right. And there is still this zoom hint. So if I were to put my mouse over the main image and not click anything, just simply roll over and direct what part of the image I want to see closely, I would just move it to that area. To the right of the main image, we have the name of the product, and in some cases, we have the designer of the product. And underneath that, once we have the resources available to us, we'll have a write-up of the product briefly. From the previous version of the site, we have kept the applications and types, so this will tell you what applications the Premier and what type the Premier are suited for. Underneath that, we have what the Premier is a part of. Some products may be part of the SA, so you'll see an SA logo. All products here are part of the GSA, and this is part of Aerisline, and it has a Premier logo. From the previous site, we had this option to email and print, but it wasn't as prominent, so I brought it up to the main part of the site. If you know someone who is interested in this particular product, you can quickly click the email link here, fill in this information. So you would you would write the person's email address here, your name, and your email address. You would send email. That person will then get a link to this website, and it will tell them from whom it is from and the email. Also, there's a print button. If you wanted to print this screen, there's an easy way just to click that button if you're on the go and you wanted this information portable. And furthermore, there is a Pin It button. For those of you familiar with Pinterest, once you click this button, it will take images from that page and give you the option to put it on your board. It's a good marketing tool. It's free. It's I guess it can be considered part of social media. It's helpful. It keeps things convenient for you. You can have different boards for different manufacturers, and it's kind of a shortcut into remembering the favorite products of that manufacturer. So if I were to click on one of these, pin it, it would take it to that Borgo board, and you can easily access all the Borgo products that you are very much interested in. You click cancel and it'll take you back to the page you were viewing. So scrolling down, we have taken the information that used to sit on the right side of the page and we have brought it down. So the features, the options, the downloads, as well as I've added models. So in this particular case for this product, we have two models, the 96000 and the 96001. To change the view of this, there are categories on top. If I wanted to see the features, I would click the features button and it will change. It will fade into the features list, as well as list of options, and finally the downloads. The downloads we have here are the high-res images. In case you wanted to print anything out, I would click on one of these. It will open in a separate tab as to not interrupt your previous viewing experience. And you can see now that we have coded the category as fixed seating, the name of the product, and in most cases we'll have the model below it. I am able to print or download this image. I will simply close this tab, and it takes us back to our Premiere page. We have a brochures and spec sheet download, which again opens up in a new tab, and I am able to print and download, and a green data request form. It will send out an email to us to let us know that you're interested in green data, and we'll send you a PDF of the green data for the Premiere. Something new that we wanted to add, which I feel is important, are the dimensions, kind of like a spec sheet on the website. So for this case, we have two models of the Premiere. So we have two nodes, much like the home page with its slideshow. We have nodes here. This features the 96,000 without the tablet. It gives you the dimensions as well as the line drawings. And if we click on the second node for the second model, it'll give us the 96001 with tablet, with the alter of dimensions and the altering of the line drawing. And on most pages, as you scroll down, we have a install gallery. If you put your mouse over the install gallery, this will pop up with arrows showing next or previous, and you can see it averages about three or four slides per gallery for each product. So assuming I wanted to look at the X10 page, but I didn't want to go through all the steps of corporate, executive, or anything of that nature, there are two quick options. I can either go to the URL area and type in borgo.com/X10, and that will take me to the page. Or I can do a search and type X10 in the search area where the magnifying glass is. I would press enter, and as you can see, everything that consists of the word X10 will show up on the search results. The first search result will be the X10 page because that is the most prominent. So I would click on the title of the search results and it'll take me to the X10 page right away. Again, this stays here, the off-canvas menu. The breadcrumbs will show it's X10, it's a corporate product, and it got us here from home. Here is the write-up of the X10. We have the name, the designer, and a brief write-up of the X10. We have the applications types, and in this case we put in the models. We have what it's a part of. Scrolling down, we still have our features, options, and downloads area. And again, because we have two models of the X10, we have two nodes to look at for the dimensions with line drawings. So as you can see, different from the fixed seating, the dimensions are now shown below, and they do change as the model changes. So you can see this is the high back version, and this is the mid back version. The dimensions had changed, as well as the line drawing. So moving on to the About Us section. Much like the previous version of the Borgo website, we still have an About Us section. It covers our corporate statement as well as a brief history of Borgo, explaining where we came from. Our awards page is brand new. This is where we get a chance to kind of boast about some of our products that have been recognized. So the awards page has a brief write-up, has 3 featured products that have won awards, and below it have the awards that it has won. These awards will later be added to the pages themselves, but for now we have a page dedicated to all the awards. If you'll notice, we focus on the Privy, the Flex, and the 09. So these pictures, these thumbnails themselves, will link to the Privy page as well as the word, the heading Privy. And every time you see a little link here, chain link, that is an indication that it will link to that particular page. So if I were to click on any one of these, it will link to the page. So going to the Flex page here, you'll notice that we have the name of the product, we have the write-up, everything is more or less the same, as well as we have an added feature here. When the resource is available to us, we'll put it below the main area of the site. And in this case, the resource available to us is a video, so we're able to view what the Flex is capable of. And then moving on, we have the careers section of the website, the environmental statement that Borgo has put up. It's text heavy, so if you're interested in viewing that, you can easily view it. And there's a news and updates area of our website. This covers the campaigns that we are a part of, what we've put out there in terms of newsletters or advertisements, what we've posted on Instagram or other various social medias. So we have an Instagram feed here, which you can follow us. If you click on any of the thumbnails, a new tab will open up as to not, again, interrupt the page you were previously viewing. And you can see the Super Bowl newsletter that we had sent out, just a quick little ad, an alternative use to the Maya Lounge chair, just fun little things. On the right side, we have a Twitter feed, which again lets people know what we're up to, what we think about. And below, we have this leave a comment area. This is to open up dialogue so that we can have a back and forth between, I guess, dealers, reps, general public, anyone at all who wants to open up any sort of dialogue with Borgo. So moving on to the resources part of the menu, which is probably one of the most important sections of the website. We'll start with the top one, the brochures. So I'll click on the brochures link and it will take me to a brochures page. For those of you who have not seen this before, let me explain this. We have on the top here a search bar. So if you're looking for a particular product of Borgo, you can easily do a search right here, and you can press the search button and it will show you our brochure for whatever product you had typed in. We have about 71 brochures here, so there is quite a lot to view. So the search bar can come in handy. Assuming that I do want to look at the ARI brochure, I would click on the thumbnail and it will take me to the ARI brochure page. So here we have the main image, or we have our breadcrumbs again, let me just emphasize that. So we are looking at the ARI brochure. It is in the brochure section. It is in the marketing material section, which is from the home page. So below that we have the main image, and below the main image we have thumbnails of what the brochure consists of. So the first thumbnail will open up. It'll be the cover and the back page, and we can click on the arrow and it will show us the inside of the brochure. Below that, we have just shipping information. And then to the right, we have the title of the brochure. We always have the option to download the brochure. That's always free. And we have the specifications of the brochure itself. So in this case, we do mention that it is 3-hole punched. It is on a cardstock, and it opens up to a 16 1/4 by 11 inch sheet. But when folded, it is 8.5 by 11. It will tell you exactly how many of these brochures we have in stock to mail, and you are able to order a copy from these buttons below. So you can enter in the quantity you want by clicking the plus or typing in the amount. You would add to cart. So you'll see that now that your ARI brochure, 6 of them I believe, are added to your cart. You can view your cart by clicking the button above. And you can see currently I have 6 ARI brochures in my cart. From this screen, I can either cancel the order completely or remove this item. Assuming I have multiple items, I can just get rid of the ARI brochure, or I can increase the amount of brochures I want or decrease. I would click on that and then I would update the cart. If I have multiple items in the cart, I can empty the complete cart altogether, Or if I'm not done and I want to view more brochures, I can simply click on this return to the Mercato, or I can just proceed to checkout. Now, the problem with proceed to checkout that we encounter here is that if I'm not a Borgo client login member, I cannot order physical copies of the brochure. I can, however, still download them. That's always an option, the PDF version. But in order to actually get them mailed to me, I have to be part of the client login area, which we will get into, as I said. So going to the contracts page, if you feel so inclined to learn about what contracts we're a part of, you can click on the contracts page, and you will see that we have a menu on the left side of the screen, and on the right side is the contract details. There is a link here to view the PDF of the GSA contract that we're a part of. This is the SA, the Canadian Supply Arrangement Contract. We can click on any of these here and we can see what products are part of the SA. So once that link was clicked, it opens up a new window and it shows you which products are part of the SA, as well as once I click on one of these images, it will take us to that product page. And furthermore, we get into specifics about any sort of city that we have a particular contract with. In this case, it's Baltimore, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. Moving on to the fabrics part of the website. I will click on fabrics and it'll take us to this page. So again, we'll start from top to bottom. On the left side of the screen, you'll notice that we have some drop-down menus. Because we have over 700 fabric swatches to choose from, we have to narrow our search results in some cases. So we can choose from any grade, any manufacturer, the name of the fabric, and a style. Furthermore, we can do a search. So if I wanted to look for every fabric that has aqua in it, or that we had called aqua, I can type in aqua, hit the search button, and the search will filter the results. It limits us to the 3 aqua options that we have. And let's get rid of aqua. All right, so assuming we wanted to look for grade 1 fabrics, we would enter in the grade 1 from the drop-down menu. As soon as we select the grade, it will automatically start filtering. You don't have to press enter. So right now it's showing us 101 grade 1 fabrics. So if I wanted to further narrow my search result, I can choose a manufacturer. So in this case, I'll choose, let's say, J. Ennis, and it will show me all the grade 1 fabrics that J. Ennis carry, or that we carry. So from 101, it went down to 84 results. And if I wanted to further my search results, I can even choose on a color. So in this case, let's choose green. So again, it will show me grade 1 fabrics from J. Ennis that are green, and it gives us 14 results. So assuming I'm into the Monaco keyline, I can click on the thumbnail or click on this Read More button, and it gives me a page for the Monaco keyline. It gives me the title, it gives me the code, the content, the abrasion resistance, and as well as the basic information, such as what it is. Like it's green, it's a grade 1, it's plain, it's Monaco, and it's J. Ennis. If I wanted to order a fabric card, I can do this on any screen, whether it be in the fabric screen itself or the entire fabric section where I was able to narrow my search results. We would click on this button here, the To Request a Fabric Sample, Click Here button. Once we click that, a drop-down form will appear, and you will have to fill out all of this information. It gives us an idea as to what exactly you're looking for and where you are, where we will ship the fabric card to. And if you're looking for specific manufacturers, you can just go into the options here and hold the control button and choose all the different cards you're interested in, manufacturer cards, as well as the style. Click Control to select multiple styles. You could enter in your color and any sort of notes that you want to send to Borgo regarding this form or this fabric card. You can just write them in here. You'll press the send button and we will get an email based on the information you had put above, and we'll know that you want this particular fabric card and we can contact you, or we can just send it out. The finishes section of the website works much like the fabrics section, where there is a search button. You can narrow your search results. And we also have polypropylene products. The poly products that we have are listed below from RE to 09. Beside them, it shows you what colors are available or how many colors are available in that particular product. So in the RE's case, we have 8 particular poly products available to it. So if we were to click on the RE, it will show us to the right of the screen the 8 that it's a part of. So it goes from blue to white. And as you can see, we have different options to choose from. If we're interested in looking at the meshes that we carry, that Borgo carries, we would simply roll over the mesh option, click it, and it will automatically filter through to the meshes. These are the meshes that we carry. Again, you click on the thumbnail, it will give you the information regarding whatever you want to know. Fixed seating checklist. Okay, this is a part of the website where it kind of breaks the ice into when you want to get a quote on something. So once we click on the fixed seating checklist button in the menu, it will take you to this page where it shows us the options of the fixed seating. So assuming that I was interested in the EDIS, I would click on the EDIS thumbnail, and it takes us to the EDIS checklist. If I quickly realize that I didn't want the EDIS after all, I can simply just click back on the page, or I can actually just close this and it will take me back to the checklist with all of the thumbnails, or I can click on this arrow, this drop-down menu, and it will give me the multitude of fixed seatings. The button beside that is the riser depths. So you would click this button and a drop-down screen will appear and it'll show you the riser depths for the EDIS. These are available for every of the fixed seating products. On the left side, we have a form that you'll fill out. It's a detailed form regarding layout details, the floor type, the inclination, and things like that. On the right side, where the model is, we have the different types that you can order. So in this case, we have it starts off with the select the style. Every one of these orange tabs below are clickable. So as you'll see, we have the 4800 and 4810 model here, which is featured. We would select which model we want, or we would click on a different model. You can see that the preview changes to give you a better idea of what you're ordering or what you're interested in. The upholstery, we would type in the upholstery, let's say Monaco key lime or anything of that nature. Again, with the 3 different tabs, we have 3 different options to choose from. So there's movable beam. We would choose from the radio buttons here what we are interested in. If we're not into movable beams, we want the center foot. We would click on this fixed to floor. And you can see that we have a preview here, but it's grayed out to emphasize the actual center foot. And the same goes with the air diffuser. Again, the image is grayed out, but the air diffuser is not. And likewise with the arm selections. So we have a poly arm, an upholstered arm. Again, just the arm is selected, or the wood arm. And everything down here from the legs. you would select which leg you're interested in, and then you would, again, choose the button so that we would know you are in fact interested in the full wood. The options below, you'll have a menu on the left and the main selections on the right. So the surfaces, we can select a multitude of options here. The back, the underseat. If you want numbering, you can tell us if you want a seat number or an aisle number, or in fact both. Electrical, if you want power or data or both. Accessories, etc. And then moving down, we have the desired date of install. You can either type in the date, or you can press this button here, this downward arrow, and a calendar will show up, and you can enter in what date is desirable for you. You can select the month, you can select from a option here from the year, everything of that nature. Below that, we have a option to upload files. So any sort of layout files, a DWG, a CAD file, a PDF. You would press this button where it says choose file. It'll open up a window where, I guess on your hard drive, where the file would be, and there will be an upload button, and then you would send it to us. And most likely John Paul will get back to you regarding that. The install locator. What the install locator is specifically is that it tells you what Borgle products are where and how many of them are in that area. If you have your browser selected to allow location, it will find, once you click on this page, it will find where your computer is by the IP address, and it will tell you what products are in your area closest to you. In this case, I have the allowed location on, and it recognizes that this is where I am. This is where the Borgle showroom is, and these are the products that are closest to me. This one is, the closest one is 7.4 miles away from me. It will tell me where it is. It's at Humber College. It gives me the address, and if I click on this More Info button, it gives me the product, Omnia Contract, and it gives me the amount of seats in this location. So in this case, it's 372. If I'm curious into seeing this particular product at that location, I can click on this Directions button, and it will turn my map into a directional map. It will tell me how to get there from the blue line indicated here, just like Google Maps, as well as it gives me detailed information, step-by-step information on how to get there. If I don't have the allow locations on my browser, I can simply type in where I am or where I'm going to be. So assuming that I'm going to be in New York and I want to see all the installs that are in New York, I would type in New York, I would press enter. It will show me everything in a 50-mile radius of New York, and it will give me a result of 25. So as you can see, within 50 miles of New York, there's 3 options here. It's 2 Omnia contracts and then the THESI. I can extend my radius. Let's say I wanted to look at everything within a 500-mile radius. Unlikely, but the option is there. I would put in the 500-mile radius from the drop-down. I would press search. And you can see now that it gives me areas that reach up to Montreal. And it gives me all of my options here. Again, it shows the closest one to me first, and as it gets farther away, they show further down the list. This one is 290 miles. Getting into the mechanisms part of the website. We had improved this part of the website. We had a mechanisms page on the previous version. However, it wasn't as clear as this new version. So we have all of our mechanisms on the top here, from manual control to tilt control, gas lift. You just click on the options above and the image below will change. Multi-control. And with these orange nodes, we would simply put our mouse over them. A tooltip will show up and it will show us the feature of that particular part of the mechanism. This is handy in case you wanted a quick lesson in how that mechanism works, and you can either tell your client or end user the feature and benefit of that particular mechanism by simply scrolling on the nodes. The portfolio page. Again, under resources, we'll click the portfolio part of the menu. And this part of the website, it shows an install gallery, if you will. And we can sort through them by environment as opposed to just product. So as you can see, we have all of our thumbnails here. There's quite a few. We have our categories up here. So it goes from cafeterias all the way to waiting rooms. Right now, we are searching all of the install galleries. If I just wanted to view the cafeterias, let's say I have a job that involves a cafeteria, and I was interested in seeing what products are suitable for it, these are the products that we have install shots for. You'll also notice that underneath the beginning of the gallery, as we feature the Taza, we have the link here, so you can go directly to the Taza page from the install thumbnail. So we have 3 Taza shots, we have Flex up here, and the beginning of the Flex section, we have the link to the Flex as well as the InGrid. To enlarge this, you quickly click the thumbnail, and a light box will appear, and it will show a larger image of the Taza install. Same goes with fixed seating, with libraries. There's a animation which makes it quite nice to look at, as well as easy to function. There we have a quick ship program as well as warranty pages. These are text heavy in case you were interested or trying to gather some information on Borgo's quick ship program. You would simply click on those pages and you can read and find out whatever information you desire. Moving on to the contact part of the website, you'll notice that we have our map here again, as well as a form on the right side. This form on the right side is to contact us at Borgo directly. You can fill in your information up here, and you can select from the drop-down menu which department of Borgo the question will, who should address the question that you're asking. And then down here, your message will be the area where you write your message. You'll type in this code here in the form below or in the text field below, and then you press send, and it will, depending on what department you specified, an email will be sent to that person and they should get back to you promptly. On the left side, where you can locate a sales rep, a dealer, or a showroom closest to you. So much like the install locator, this is kind of like a sales rep, dealer, or showroom locator. You can type in the address as to where you're going to be or where you are. You can type in you can select what exactly you're looking for. So in this case, I want, let's say, Canadian sales reps. Distance of, I don't know, let's say 50 miles of Toronto. And it gives me these two options.